Yeah, good morning. Coming off our open week, much needed there for some rest and some injury purposes. Thought we had a solid week of really just getting back to some fundamentals and working on some things that we need to correct as we move forward. And now looking forward to our opponent Georgia State. It's our family weekend here. Usually it's always a good crowd, so looking forward to having a good environment there. And our guys are excited about getting back out and playing a good team. So I'll open it up.
All right, thank you so much, Coach. As a reminder, our members of the media, to *1 to get in the queue. Our first questions come from Whitney Hayworth. Whitney, please go ahead.
Coach, good morning. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing well, Whitney. Thank you.
You mentioned obviously getting back to basics and improving on some fundamentals in your bye week. What were some of those specific fundamentals that you saw improve?
Well, a couple things. One, from a defensive and a special teams perspective, just some tackling things. I think we struggled a little bit, so we really tried to emphasize some more of those things and in our practices. Not that we don't, but even put more into it. And then from a special team standpoint, we struggled with some certain things, covering kicks, obviously. It really went back to some basic things there, of really trying to get our players back to doing some more fundamental things from that standpoint. So put a big emphasis this week on those two things. And then I think offensively, we're banged up still in certain areas and trying to put some people in positions this week from a standpoint of them knowing what to do, where they're going to have to help us long term. So we did a lot of that this week to try to get those guys comfortable for this next stretch of games.
Coastal Carolina had one of the best defenses in the country early on, and may have slacked off a little bit, but I think they can get right back into it. How important will it be for your defense to start off strong and fast against Georgia State, and especially with their offense the way that they're playing right now?
I think that's going to be a big deal. Georgia State's lighting up the scoreboard right now. They're playing well offensively, and they're opportunistic on defense. And so we do need to get off to a fast start. When we've done well playing defense, we've been able to get ahead offensively. The defense has done well and give us a chance to get ahead. When we've not, the other teams jumped out on us. And then we've had to try to play catch-up, and we've not done as well, obviously, with that. We're not built for that right now. So I think we have to get off to a great start. But part of that, Whitney, also starts with special teams as well. We have to do a better job of covering kicks. Sometimes we're putting our defense out there, and the opponent has the ball at the 45, 50-yard line already. So a lot goes into that, but I think a fast start is a big deal.
All right. Well, Coach, thank you very much. That's all from me today. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Whitney. Our next questions come from Alan Blondin with the Sun News. Please go ahead, Alan.
Yeah, Coach, good morning.
Hey, Alan, good morning.
Okay. So do you know if you're getting back any key guys this week from injury, with the extra week of rest?
We're not. No, nobody will be back this week. Hopefully we'll get a couple people back by the next open week that we have, but not going to get anybody back that we were hoping this week. We're still probably a couple weeks out from getting a couple starters back.
All right. So that includes, I guess, Seth Harrell and Badowski on the offensive line?
Yes, it does.
All right. And yeah, just, what do you feel you got accomplished in this the off week that maybe you would not have gotten accomplished if you had a game Saturday?
Well, I think you can slow down some things. We were able to some of the young guys that have been playing out of necessity. You really can hammer home some fundamental things with them. So we really had a lot of fundamental practices, and some of the things that you try to need to fix that is hard during the game week. You try to fix it, but also you got to worry about scheme of your opponent. We were able to really focus on some technique things, especially special teams wise, to try to help us there. And try to put some guys in some positions that maybe can help us. That was our emphasis during the week. You always get to rest a little bit from a standpoint you're not banging as much, but it was nice to really focus on some things that we need to do better without the preparation going into playing an opponent. So I thought it was a solid week. Also got to do some recruiting, which was big. And so hopefully, we'll come out, you'll see a refreshed team this Saturday.